Hi children, welcome back. Hope you all are fine. In the last class, you were asked to clarify your doubts, and some of you have sent me their doubts. So, in this class, I would like to clarify those doubts. We are not going to study anything new in this class. Instead, simply I would like to clarify the doubts that the students have asked me. A common complaint was that the book exercises of chapter 1 was not given. It was a mistake, and those book exercises will be uploaded today. You can find it in Google Drive. I will upload it today itself. Sorry for the inconvenience. Ragini and Aditya asked me what to do with question number M and N among the short answers. It is clearly stated that you have to draw diagrams. Hardin pointed out a mistake. There was an example of meander in the book, but the name of that river, Biyuk, it was missed in the answer. Please don't get confused with these differences. It was a typing error. What is given there in the book, the name of the river, Biyuk, should be added in the example. Mahi told that exercises of chapter 2 was not given. Actually, all the question answers and answers of the bookwork are uploaded last Monday itself. It is still there in Google Drive. You can follow the link and can have those notes. Paridi asked me about the two types of movements. We have already seen that there are two types of movements: exogenic movement and endogenic movement. Exogenic movements are the movements which happen outside the earth. Endogenic movements are the movements that happen within the earth or the interior of the earth. Again, this endogenic process are of two types: slow movement and fast or sudden movements. The slow movement can be further divided into two: horizontal movement and vertical movement. Slow movements can be divided into two: horizontal movement or orogenic movement and vertical movement or epirogenic movement. Already we have seen that slow movements are of two types: epirogenic and orogenic. The word epirogenic is originated from a Greek word which means continent. From the Greek word epiros, which means continent. Epirogenic is originated. Epirogenic movements are continent making movements. They are vertical movements. When the crust of the earth move in a vertical way, they form or they cause the formation of continents. So such movements are called epirogenic or vertical movements. They caused the formation of continents. On the other hand, there is another slow movement, that is horizontal movement or orogenic movement. Orogenic movements cause the formation of mountains. Already we have seen about fault mountains and fold mountains. When the crest of the earth comes closer, when the plates which made up of the earth comes closer, the sides being thinner, they folded and raised up. Suppose these are two plates and the sides, the border of the plates would be very thin. So when they come closer, they raise up because it is very thin at the borders. So in this process, fold mountains are formed, and there is another type of mountain which are called fold mountains. In the previous chapter, we have studied about block mountains. The block mountains are formed when a mass of land was pushed by parallel cracks or folds. The mountains which are formed in this way are called block mountains. These block mountains are formed along with the cracks or folds. So this fold mountain and fault mountain are two examples of horizontal movements or orogenic movements. Geomorphic movements are of two types, exogenic and endogenic. Exogenic process or movements are happening outside the earth, whereas endogenic processes are happening inside the earth. Endogenic is further divided into two, slow movements and sudden movements. Earthquake, volcanic eruption, these are examples of sudden movement. The slow movements are further divided into vertical and horizontal or epirogenic and orogenic movements. Epirogenic movements are continental forming and orogenic movements are mountain forming movements. See, as a result of the orogenic movements, two types of forces are exerted. They are force of compression and force of tension. Here, force of tension does not mean the tension that you have when you attend an exam, whether there you pass or fail. It is not that tension. Please don't misunderstand. So, mountain building forces are of two types, force of compression and force of tension. As a result of force of compression, fold mountains are formed. Just now I have demonstrated how fold mountains are formed. As a result of force of tension, fold mountains are formed. In the previous chapter, we have studied how mountains form along with the fold or along with the parallel cracks. So, these are the different types of movements. Hope it is clear. Pariti further asked that horizontal movements are tensional force or not. Horizontal movements are of two types: tensional force or force of tension, as well as force of compression. Already I explained it. As a result of the force of tension, fold mountains are formed, and as a result of force of compression, fold mountains are formed. Hope your doubts are cleared. Still, if it is not clear, you are free to contact me using the CSoft app, and I am ready to clarify your doubts. You were already informed that there will be a test. The link to attend the test is given at the end. Please don't forget to click the link and attend the test. It's enough for today. Thank you.